Did you know that Tom Hollander came out in January 2024 and Sophia Bush came out in April? But they weren't the only ones to share their truth this year. Somehow, 2024 has proven to be the year of coming out, with more than 20 celebrities embracing their identities across various sectors. From actors and musicians to athletes and influencers, let's talk about celebrities who came out in 2024. Sophia Bush. In October 2023, news broke that Sophia Bush was dating soccer player Ashlyn Harris. This came not long after Harris and her ex-wife, Ali Krieger, filed for divorce. Some fans accused Harris of cheating and called Bush a homewrecker. In November 2023, Harris denied the cheating rumors in a statement. In April 2024, Bush came out as queer in an essay for Glamour. She opened up about her divorce and how her relationship with Harris started. Bush admitted she didn't like the idea of having to come out, but felt it was important because of rising anti-LGBTQ+ laws. "I think I've always known my sexuality is on a spectrum," she wrote. "Right now, I think the word that fits best is queer. I can't say it without smiling, and that feels amazing." She said coming out felt like a huge relief. "I finally feel like I can breathe. I don't think I can explain how big that is. I feel my legs, my feet, even my shoes. It makes me want to cry and laugh at the same time." Bush also talked about falling for Harris as they supported each other through their divorces. She shared how hurt she felt when people criticized their relationship. "It's painful to be working on yourself deeply and have strangers tear it apart," she said. "Just because I didn't share every detail on social media doesn't mean the process wasn't thoughtful and exhausting." Jessica Gunning. Jessica Gunning, known for her role in Baby Reindeer, publicly came out as gay during a candid appearance on the Rain with Josh Smith podcast in June 2024. Reflecting on her journey, Gunning shared that she realized she was gay at the age of 36, a revelation that profoundly shifted her sense of identity. Gunning admitted that her realization wasn't due to repression, but rather a deep-seated belief that being gay wasn't an option for her. "I'm surrounded by gays. My friends are gay. So it wasn't like I was hiding something," she explained. "I just didn't think I could be. And then suddenly I realized that's what it is. That's who I am." Coming out to her parents in November 2022 was a monumental step for Gunning, describing it as mega for her personal growth. She recalled how everything clicked into place after acknowledging her sexuality. "It was a massive moment where I finally made sense to myself," she said. For Gunning, the experience was both freeing and affirming. She described the realization as the most liberating thing, adding that she felt immense relief and slept better after sharing her truth with her family. Her openness and honesty have resonated with fans, shining a light on the complexities of later life self-discovery and the importance of living authentically. Renee Rapp. For years, Renee Rapp identified as bisexual, but in early 2024, she began identifying as a lesbian, embracing her true self. In January, she candidly told Andy Cohen on his SiriusXM show, "I don't think I like boys," signaling a shift in her identity. Later that month, she was humorously called a little lesbian intern in a sketch on the Saturday Night Live. In February, she confirmed to The Hollywood Reporter that she is a lesbian, reflecting on how her personal journey paralleled that of her character Leighton Murray on Sex Lives of College Girls. "At the time, I didn't even realize that what I was experiencing in my personal life was exactly what I was portraying on screen," she shared. Rapp admitted that her past relationship with a man left her feeling confused and insecure, both personally and professionally. Rapp revealed that confidently identifying as a lesbian was a recent and transformative experience. "I've only recently been in a relationship where I'm like, yeah, I'm a lesbian for sure," she said. "It's been the most rewarding, validating, scary, and exciting experience ever." By June, Rapp opened up to them about her fears of publicly coming out on SNL. Some friends' negative reactions left her terrified. "I stayed off my phone for a couple of days because I was so terrified and felt so shitty," she recalled. Despite this, the public response made her feel empowered. "It just became a thing, and it felt good," she said, highlighting her journey towards self-acceptance and pride. Tom Hollander. Veteran actor Tom Hollander opened up about playing numerous gay roles during an interview in January 2024, addressing questions about his connection to these characters. He reflected on his personal identity and its relationship to his work, saying, "For some reason, who I am, who I am as a person, allows me to present as gay. Yeah, sometimes I do present as gay. I mean, I always did, so." Hollander elaborated further, revealing a candid perspective on his sexuality. He described it as sufficiently liberal, explaining that it has encompassed many different experiences. However, he emphasized that those experiences remain private, asserting they are not anyone's business. This statement resonated with fans and the LGBTQ+ community, as it highlighted the fluidity and complexity of identity. Hollander's willingness to acknowledge his unique connection to his roles, while maintaining boundaries around his personal life, struck a chord with audiences. His openness invites a broader conversation about how actors bring authenticity to their performances without needing to define their personal identities for public consumption. As an accomplished actor known for his nuanced portrayals in films and television, Hollander's words showcase a thoughtful balance between vulnerability and privacy, shedding light on the intersection between art and identity. Julia Fox. On July 8th, Julia Fox seemingly came out as a lesbian on TikTok, marking a new chapter in her journey of self-discovery. In her video, she responded to a clip by comedian Grayson, who suggested that women who are mean to their boyfriends might actually be lesbians, still figuring out their sexuality. Fox admitted, "Hey, that was me. I was that lesbian. So sorry, boys. Won't happen again." This was the first time Fox openly discussed her sexuality since her appearance on the Zoe talk show in November 2022, where she revealed her curiosity about dating women. "I do think maybe I have a gay bone, and I need to explore that a little more," she said at the time. Fox even reflected on her past relationships, acknowledging her ex-boyfriend's complaints that she seemed uninterested in sex. Her TikTok revelation is a bold and humorous step forward, as she embraces her identity and continues to explore her truth. Fans have praised her candidness, noting how refreshing it is to see public figures like Fox openly share their experiences with sexuality and self-acceptance. Madame LaQueer. In January, Pink News reported that RuPaul's Drag Race Season 4 contestant Madame LaQueer came out a trans on her Instagram story and changed her stage name to Madame Cassandra Uzumaki LaQueer. A day later, LaQueer told Entertainment Weekly that she spontaneously decided to come out after liking how she looked in the mirror after trimming her eyebrows. She said that she realized she was trans in 2006, but had struggled to come to terms with it and experience a 12-year-long depression. LaQueer said she eventually decided to accept her trans identity after having a conversation with J. Jolie, another Drag Race contestant who came out in October 2023. "It came out in the conversation, and she knew everything I was going to say. She clocked it quickly, and it just made sense. Like, girl, it's now or never," LaQueer said. LaQueer added that she hoped coming out would help others who have struggled to accept their identity. "It's never too late to come out and live your true experience and be yourself and be authentic. There's nothing like feeling loved on your own skin," she said. A mandatory meeting. On April 7th, 2024, RuPaul's Drag Race star, a mandatory meeting, came out as transgender during an interview on Entertainment Weekly's Quick Drag podcast. Meeting, who starred in the most recent season of Drag Race, shared how her time on the reality show earlier this year was pivotal in helping her understand and embrace her gender identity. Meeting revealed that she identified as non-binary for 4 years prior to appearing on Drag Race, but said the label never fully felt right. "I knew something wasn't clicking," she explained. "I started to consider that I might be trans, but it was a scary and overwhelming realization, and especially because of how it affected my personal life." She shared that her journey towards self-acceptance was complicated by a lack of support from her former husband. "It wasn't at all supported by my partner, and it ended up being a big part of why I had to leave," Meeting said. "He didn't want to be with a trans person, and that was devastating. For a while I was in a bad place mentally, but eventually I realized I had to prioritize my happiness and do what was right for me, even if it meant walking away." Meeting said that the affirming experience of being on Drag Race was a turning point. Hearing people call her Amanda or use she, her pronouns, helped her feel more confident in her evolving identity. That experience made me a bit more comfortable in the reformation of my identity, she shared. It pushed me out of the nest a little bit and cracked the egg. While Meeting doesn't yet feel ready to fully embrace the label of trans woman, she affectionately refers to herself as a T-girl as she continues to navigate her journey. Her coming out story has inspired fans in the LGBTQ+ community, showing that self-discovery and authenticity are deeply personal processes that take time and courage. Sean Gunn. Olympic swimmer Sean Gunn, who represented Zimbabwe at the 2016 Rio Olympics, came out as gay in March 2024. Speaking with Outsports, Gunn shared his journey of coming out to his teammates at the University of Kentucky before opening up to his family at the age of 27. My team, and everyone who did know, was very supportive and happy for me, Gunn said. I built it up in my head for so long and was terrified things would change. But I was really lucky. Everyone wanted me to be the happiest version of myself. Now 30 and living in South Africa with his boyfriend, Gunn expressed gratitude for the love and support of his friends and family, saying, "It makes me happy to be surrounded by so much love." Gunn, who set a national record in the 100-meter freestyle at the Rio Olympics, reflected on his emotional journey to the Games. I dreamed of going to the Olympics since I was a little kid, and the whole time I had to keep reminding myself that this is real life. Although his competitive swimming career ended in 2017, Gunn cherishes the experience and remains active, focusing more on running than swimming. His story adds to the growing list of athletes coming out, highlighting the increasing acceptance of LGBTQ+ individuals in the sports world. Bethany Antonia. House of the Dragon star Bethany Antonia came out as gay in a powerful and defiant response to racist trolls. In late April, multiple media outlets reported that Antonia had shared a hateful direct message she received on her Instagram story. The message read, "N-word, you look like a piece of shit. It's a miracle they even included you in the trailer. But we don't care. I hope you accidentally die on set." Rather than let the vitriol affect her, Antonia responded with grace and courage, captioning the post with, "Wait till they find out I'm gay too." Her remark not only exposed the hate she faced, but also served as her coming out moment, demonstrating strength in the face of bigotry. After the story went viral, fans rallied around Antonia, flooding social media with messages of support and admiration. Many praised her bravery and resilience, calling her an inspiration for standing up to both racism and homophobia. Antonia's decision to come out in this context highlighted the intersectionality of her experience as a queer Black woman in the entertainment industry. Her unapologetic response sent a powerful message about owning one's identity despite adversity, further endearing her to fans of House of the Dragon and beyond. Joel Rubin. Joel Rubin, the 81-year-old screenwriter behind Ghost, came out as gay while promoting his memoir, It's Only a Movie. Rubin told The Guardian in May that he's known he is gay since childhood. Rubin said he had told his wife, Blanche, and children long before he came out. "I don't like that I was closeted for so long, but it would just have confused people," Rubin said before adding, "I didn't want to leave this world with any secrets." Rubin said he told his wife Blanche that he was gay when they first met, but that he enjoyed sex with women. Rubin said Blanche did not mind, and they married 2 years later. "Clearly, I held back my sexuality. My sexual life was always very internalized. Of course, one wants orgasmic life, but I had orgasms with Blanche. She and I had a good sex life," Rubin said. He added, "And I'll tell you something you'll find out. When you hit your 80s and you think your libido is gone, it comes flying back. So big. Male beauty for me is overwhelmingly powerful. Just seeing someone in the supermarket, I feel this explosive joy." Colin Grafton. Dancing on Ice. UK star Colin Grafton came out during a heartfelt interview with Pink News in February 2024. Grafton, a former U.S. Olympic skater, explained that while he had never hidden his sexuality, he had also never publicly announced it, until now. "I told my closest friends, I told the people around me, and I eventually told my parents," Grafton shared. "I was maybe 24 when all that happened. I know there's a lot of curiosity about my sexual orientation and my love life, but I never actually came out to the public. Grafton admitted that he hadn't felt the need to make a formal announcement until now, saying his decision stemmed from a desire to be a visible example for others. "If I'm honest, I never really felt the need to announce it before," he said, "but the reason I am saying this now is because I want to show that there is representation in any way I can." Grafton's openness during the interview resonated with fans and fellow skaters, many of whom praised his decision to share his truth. By coming out, Grafton aims to inspire others to feel comfortable with their own identities, especially within the competitive and often high-pressure world of sports and entertainment. Zoe Lister-Jones. In February 2024, actor Zoe Lister-Jones publicly came out as queer while attending the Film Independent Spirit Awards red carpet with her new partner, Sammy Cohen, the director of You Are So Not Invited to My Bat Mitzvah. In an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Lister-Jones shared her journey with humor and vulnerability. "I'm here, I'm queer, I have some fear, but I'm working through it," she said, marking her coming out moment. Lister-Jones also took the opportunity to commend the Spirit Awards for their decision to adopt genderless award categories, calling it a step in the right direction for inclusivity. "All award shows should follow in their footsteps and make categories genderless," she said. "I'm dating a non-binary person. I'm friends with so many non-binary people. Without shifting the paradigm in a larger way, it's closing a lot of doors for really important voices." The actor's remarks highlighted the broader importance of representation and inclusivity in Hollywood. She emphasized how rigid gender categories can exclude talented artists whose identities don't fit into traditional norms. Lister-Jones's relationship with Cohen, who is non-binary, further inspired her advocacy for greater equity and recognition for diverse voices in the entertainment industry. Her coming out was met with an outpouring of support from fans and fellow artists who praised her for speaking openly about her identity and using her platform to champion change. As an advocate for LGBTQ+ inclusion, Lister-Jones continues to be a strong voice for progress, both on and off screen. Matt Terry. In late March, Matt Terry, the winner of X Factor UK Season 13, said he is part of the LGBTQ+ community in an interview with Gay Times to promote a new song. The new song, His Car, was about Terry's previous relationship with a man and how he kept their romance a secret. "I said to him, 'You're not allowed to tell anyone about this.' And he loved me enough to do so," Terry said. 6, 7 years later, I realized that's not something we should be doing, and it's not something you should ask somebody. It's such a regret of mine, and I'm just really sorry." In 2016, while Terry was competing in X Factor UK, multiple tabloids began speculating about his sexuality. Terry said this period was fucking hard because he hadn't come out yet to his friends or family. "The press and people around me in the music industry were asking me for an answer I could have give, because it wasn't an area I'd explored yet. I'd never been with a man at this point," Terry added, saying this made him step back from the industry for a few years. Terry said he is currently in a relationship with a man and is very proud of his sexuality. Bulk Bronson. On June 3rd, WWE wrestler Joe Fitzpatrick, also known as Dirty Bulk Bronson, came out as bisexual in a social media post. Fitzpatrick's fiancée, Gabby Forza, took part in a trend where people post a picture of themselves and the flag that indicates their sexuality. She explained that she identified as bi/pansexual and queer. Fitzpatrick responded to the tweet with a picture of himself and the bisexual flag. After receiving much support from his fans and friends, Fitzpatrick shared a statement on social media a day later. "I've been left speechless by the endless phone calls, texts, DMs, replies from faithful fans, my close friends, our scumbag, and so many others I've had new interactions with," Fitzpatrick wrote. "Between the social media response and just now getting off a 55-minute phone call with my parents that was overflowing with so much love and uplifting support, I could run through a brick wall right now from how grateful I feel," he added. Fitzpatrick said he felt ready to come out after his fiancée and friends inspired him. "I feel like the luckiest guy in the world today. I love every single one of you for making me feel this way," he said. "Thank you. Happy Pride." Maren Morris. On June 9th, 2024, Maren Morris, the Grammy-winning country singer known for hits like The Bones in My Church, came out as bisexual in a heartfelt Instagram post. Sharing a slideshow of photos from her sold-out concert in Phoenix, Morris wrote, "Happy to be the B in LGBTQ+, making her announcement with joy and pride." Fans and fellow musicians quickly flooded the post with messages of support and celebration, applauding her openness and courage. Morris has long been an outspoken advocate for equality and inclusivity in country music, a genre often criticized for its conservative leanings. Coming out as bisexual adds another layer to Morris's advocacy for marginalized voices, especially within a genre that has only recently begun to embrace LGBTQ+ representation. Her announcement comes during a significant time for LGBTQ+ rights, with many artists and fans standing in solidarity against growing anti-LGBTQ+ legislation across the U.S. Morris has previously spoken out about breaking barriers and challenging norms in the country music industry. By coming out publicly, she continues to push for progress and authenticity in her personal life and professional career. Her fans have embraced this new chapter with open arms, celebrating her as both a talented artist and an inspiring voice for change. Deshawn Radden. Deshawn Radden came out as queer on June 10th when he appeared on the Survivor-focused podcast, The Pride Has Spoken. On the podcast, Radden, the runner-up in Survivor Season 41, was interviewed by one of his co-stars, Evie Jagoda, who identifies as queer and non-binary, should transmask. Radden told Jagoda that they taught them the term queer, and Radden realized this term fit him more than straight or gay. "You spoke power into the word because when I was growing up, queer was a very derogatory term for people," Radden said. "So just watching you and you owning your title as a queer person was very, very influential to me." Radden said he came out to his family in 2021 at age 25, but was unsure whether he should make a public statement, so he didn't bring it up while on Survivor. Radden said he first realized he was different when he was 4 or 5, but was constantly told that being gay or acting like a woman was bad. He added that before he realized he was queer, he felt a lot of anguish almost every single day and turned to substance abuse to cope. Later the same day, Radden said he was a queer black man in an Instagram post. "As of today, I look to do 2 things. 1. No longer live in duality, but in truth and oneness. 2. Be an example that God loves each of us and will use anyone," Radden wrote. "To anyone who may struggle reconciling parts of your identity with your faith, this is my advice. Experience God on your own through genuine relationship and see what happens." Love. Trey Cunningham. American track star Trey Cunningham, a silver medalist in the 110-meter hurdles at the 2022 World Athletics Championships, publicly came out as gay in July 2024. In an interview with the New York Times, Cunningham revealed that he first came out privately to his family 5 years ago, calling it the scariest thing I've ever done. Cunningham explained that his decision to come out publicly stemmed from a track training technique where athletes say their goals out loud to make them real. "If there's something we want to achieve, we say it. Putting something in words makes it real," he shared. The 25-year-old who competed for Florida State University said he only began exploring his sexuality in college due to growing up in the conservative, rural town of Winfield, Alabama, where you did not want to be the gay kid at school. In a separate interview with Us Weekly, Cunningham noted, "I'm just Trey, and apparently it's a special thing that I like to kiss guys." He acknowledged feeling fortunate to have supportive people around him, but recognized that not all male athletes feel comfortable coming out. Cunningham, who advanced to the Olympic trials but missed out on a spot for the Paris Olympics, admitted that publicly coming out might affect his career. As a world-class athlete, he said he may need to consult with his management before traveling to countries where homosexuality is criminalized. Grace Wilson, Australian footballer. Grace Wilson was Australia's first professional football player to come out as non-binary. Wilson, a goalkeeper for Adelaide United and Young Matildas, spoke to Holly Ransom, Australia's Pride Cup chair, about their gender identity in a video published on Adelaide United's YouTube page on March 1st. In the video, Wilson said they realized they were non-binary in 2022 after shaving their hair for charity. Later in the video, Wilson said they decided to reveal their gender identity because they wanted people to refer to them in the way they were comfortable with. "I didn't really realize how angry I was getting at people when they were misgendering me, and they didn't know because I didn't tell them, Wilson said. They added, so I've decided that I can't live like that anymore. I want to be fully myself. I want to fully embrace this, and I want other people to be able to refer to me in ways that I'm comfortable with. Carissa Ray Martin. On Wednesday, June 12th, former Us the Duo band member Carissa Ray Martin shared a deeply personal essay with Out, detailing her coming out journey following her recent divorce. In the essay, Martin opened up about the challenges of being outed against her will and the impact it had on her life. Coming out should have been a sacred process, something that should have been on my own terms, she wrote, but that was ripped away from me. It was one thing to be outed to my friends and family, but to be outed publicly through a song for personal gain and promotion? Absolutely sickening. Martin revealed that the betrayal fueled her decision to reclaim her narrative and embrace her queerness fully. I decided to finally reclaim my power, she said, explaining how accepting her true identity gave her the courage to leave what she described as a toxic relationship. Her story of resilience and self-discovery has inspired many, serving as a reminder of the importance of agency and respect in the coming out process. By reclaiming her truth, Martin has not only taken back control of her story, but also become a voice of strength and empowerment for others navigating similar challenges.